Hey, PJ, Saturday was really the first time that you had seen Steven operate in kind of a high pressure game, late game situation. Is how did you think he handled that?
I thought he was good. I thought he was good. He had a good spirit about himself. The swagger you look for in a head coach. Uh, Still cool and calm as he always is, and uh, you know, got his point across what he wanted us to do and what he wanted us to get done. But no, he's a player's coach, so he lets us do our thing.
What have you learned about him so far?
But he's always cool, man. He's one of the coolest coaches I've ever seen in my life. He's just super cool. You know, it seems nonchalant, but it's not. It's just kind of his personality. And you get to know that being around him.
𝗪𝗖𝗓𝗡𝗘𝗖𝗧.
Hey, PJ, as someone who prides himself on energy and effort, what have you seen from guys like David Waba, Tate, and Sterling Brown?
Everybody that's here right now is just taking advantage of opportunity. More minutes, more playing time, more time on the floor. It's all about taking advantage of opportunity. All those guys that you can name, top to bottom, stepped in and gave all they had the first night. Being not only have 8, 9 guys, but um, I think everybody you can name any guy on this team that's taking advantage of every opportunity in practices and in game.
Jonathan Fagan.
PJ, how would you describe the challenge of preparing for games like tonight when for the past week, I guess you haven't had a full team practice and everything else about being early in the season, guys now out? How difficult is it to get ready to play for a team?
Not difficult at all. It's our job. It's NBA. It's playing basketball. This happens. You get guys go down for injury. You get guys go down for being sick. You get guys go down for family issues. You miss guys all the time. It's next man up. Who's gonna step up, get the opportunity to go out and play. First game, you've seen that everybody came in. Very very winnable game. Game we should have won. We're only 8 guys. Like you can't. There's no difference in preparing for this game and preparing for any other game with everybody on your team. Go out there and you get prepared to win.
Thank you.
Mark Berman.
PJ, I know you're used to playing a boatload of minutes, but for the team, is it any more difficult playing at altitude with a shorter rotation with less players?
It's going to be tough no matter what. The altitude is just another component to throw in the mix of all the things that you can say why we won't win this game. But just like the first game, we're going to come out and do what we're supposed to do and try to go out and win this game. We believe we can win this game, and we're going to do everything we can to win this game. So there won't be any excuses why we won't.
I know that it's a relatively small sample from what you've seen so far. Can you get a gauge at how good this team can be when you have everybody back?
It's still early. It's still tough. I don't think anybody, if you look around the league, it's craziness right now. Teams losing by 50. Teams that people think can win it all. You don't know. Everybody's gonna go through all the early season mishaps, just not playing well, not being in sync, not having all your guys. So it's something that you're gonna have to build towards. I think we got a good core. We got a bunch of guys that know how to play basketball and that play fairly well together. We'll see where it builds to, but right now we got a good crew.
Christos Saltis.
Hello, PJ. How important for your team was the previous game against the Blazers to prove that you are a fighting team? And also, what could we expect from you tonight?
I don't think we're trying to prove anything to anybody. I think we got more than enough on this team right now with 8, 9 guys that can pretty much win any given night against anybody. You say what you want. We got a bunch of guys that are fighters. Dave, Tate, Sterling. These dudes been around. They all of them. Not scared to guard anybody. Fearless. Go out and play hard. You can't teach that kind of stuff. So when you got people like that, you can win any game.
Michael Shapiro.
Hey, PJ. Defensively, considering the new personnel and new coach, is there any way in which your role has changed or your responsibilities on the defensive end?
Nah, I do the same stuff. Same old PJ.
And last question, Christos Saltis.
PJ, how is the atmosphere in the locker room ahead of this game tonight?
How's the? Say it again.
How is the atmosphere in the locker room?
It's NBA atmosphere. Guys get ready to play. It's same. Nothing changes. You can ask a million different questions, different ways about atmosphere, about what guys think about playing these games without players. It don't matter. It's the same. It's business as usual. You go out, you fight, you try to win every single game. You go out and play, and there's nothing else to it. It is what it is.